In the previous videos, we have started a new topic, chapter 4, operators in Java. And in that video, we have discussed different types of operators like arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators and conditional operators. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important operators, that is increment and decrement operator. So this is the most important operators. Let us discuss what is this. Increment and decrement operator. So here plus, this is called increment operator, and minus is called decrement operator. Okay, plus is called increment operator and minus is called decrement operator. Let us know what is the meaning of this plus or minus. Meaning of plus is, plus means increment by 1. Increment by 1. What is the meaning of increment by 1? If suppose you have a variable having the value 10 and you have to increase the value of this 10 by 1, then what will you use? By using plus. In the same way, minus means decrement by 1. Decrement by 1 means decreasing the value by 1. Getting my point? Okay. Now we are going to discuss in detail how to implement increment decrement operator and what are the concept behind this processing. So suppose we have a variable int I. We are going to discuss in two parts. We have a variable I, it has value I equal to 10. If we have to increase the value of I by 1, how will you write? I plus. This plus will be written like this, variable and then the operator. And then if you will print system.out.println I. We can use in another way. This is the first way to use plus. We can also use in another way. What? Declare a variable int I, then I equal to 10. And we can use in this way plus I, system.out.println I. Okay, now let us see the processing. Let us see the processing of this syntax. This is very simple. We have declared I means memory allocated and stored 10 in I. This value has been stored in the memory. Now what is the processing behind I plus? Here is a rule. Here is a very important rule, that plus execution of plus operator is from right to left. What is the meaning? Means plus before that arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, all these operators execute from left to right. But this operator executes from right to left. Right to left means if this syntax will be executed, the operation will be from right to left. Right to left means the compiler will first come to this plus sign. But here is a situation, this operator, any operator, executes only if it has a value before it or it has an operand. So when the execution will be from right to left, the compiler will first come to plus. So it will look for a variable to be incremented, but before coming to plus, it does not have any variable, so it will not be incremented, means the operator will remain unexecuted. So here for our understanding purpose, cross sign has been, I have given here the cross sign to identify this has been not incremented, the operator has not been executed. Now the compiler will move to ahead. Now here is I, so it will be unincremented, the value will remain same as it is, means 10. Now here is one more rule. What was the first rule? First rule was the execution will be from right to left. Now one operator has remains left. So what will here? The execution will be from left to right. Now if the execution is from left to right, so the compiler will come like this. First of all, here the compiler will come to I. Obviously it has a value 10, so here 10. I have written here 10. Now it will move to the next operator. Here comes the same question, that is there any variable before plus? Obviously here is I before plus. Now this operator will be executed and the value will be incremented to 11, and finally it will print, this syntax will be execute, the output will be 11. Same concept is to be applied in this case. Execution will be from right to left. If the execution is from right to left, first here is the variable and the value of this variable is 10. Now the compiler will move to operator plus plus. The question is there any variable before plus plus? Obviously here is I. So it will be incremented in the single step, and as there is no operator remains left, so there will be no execution from left to right, and finally this syntax will be executed. The answer is 11, output is 11. What are you looking difference between these two? This is two-way process, two-steps process. This is first right to left and the second left to right, but this is one-step process. So obviously this is faster, this is single step process, this is two-step process, so obviously this one is faster. Now the name has given to both types of execution. This operator comes after the variable and this operator comes before the variable. In our real life we have two types of SIM. One SIM is used, first you recharge the SIM and then use. First you recharge the SIM, then use. If there is no balance in your SIM, you can't make any call, or no call will come on your SIM. So this is called prepaid. And one other type of SIM is, first you use the value and after completion of month you get the bill that you have to pay this amount. So this is called postpaid. Pre means pehle, before the use, and post means baad mein means after the use. So here is the same situation. The operator has been used after the variable. The operator has been used after the variable, post the variable. So this will be called post increment. And here the variable has been used before the variable, pre-variable. So this will be called pre-increment. Pre-increment. So you can identify between these two. What are the differences between pre-increment and post-increment? This is single step, this is two step. This one is faster than the post-increment, and so on. And these examples can be given. But this example does not show the exact difference between the two execution. Okay. So let you know, I am going to let you know that how can we differentiate between these two by using the program. Okay. We are going to discuss how to differentiate between these two using the program. So first, declare a variable int store a value in it, and directly I am going to print using the operator I plus plus. In the same way I am writing here the program int I equal to 10 system.out.println plus plus I. Let us see the execution. The same process is to be followed here. Here first of all, this statement will execute, and after that SOPLN will execute. First the expression will be finished, then SOPLN will be executed. So let us execute the syntax, this expression. So here is again the compiler will come from right to left, because this operator executes from right to left. So first of all, here is plus plus, no execution. The variable of I will remain as it is, means 10. Now the operator is unused, so the execution will be from left to right. Again the value of I. This time here will be the variable, first come variable, that the value is 10, and then plus plus. So how this plus plus will be executed? By incrementing by 1. So here will be the value 11. So you will get the output. What will we get the output? Here is one more rule. You are getting two types of values. One value is coming from right to left, that is 10. Here is 10, the value that is coming from right to left. But after complete execution, you are getting the value 11. Here are two types of two values. So here comes a question that which value will be printed, 10 or 11. So here is one more rule. The value that is coming from right to left, is called term value. Here I am going to define term value. The value getting from right to left is called term value, and only term value is used while making the calculation or while executing the syntax. So here is term value. This value will be used to execute this syntax SOPLN. Obviously, if 10 is used with SOPLN, the output will be 10. Now here comes a question, what is the value used of this 11? This 11 will be used after this syntax. If you write the next syntax SOPLN again I, then the value 11 will be printed, or in the next expression. But in in this current expression the value 10 because this is the term value. And once again I am going to repeat what is term value. The value that we get from right to left after execution from right to left is called term value. Now let us see the explanation in this program. Again the execution will be from right to left. The value of I will be 10, and after execution here is operator plus plus, so obviously this will execute. Why this will execute? Because before operator we have a variable, so it will be incremented to 11 and there will be no execution from left to right. So obviously what is the term value? After execution from right to left we are getting the final value 11, so 11 is the term value and this term value will be used with this SOPLN, so we will get the output 11. So in this way we can differentiate between post increment and pre increment. In post increment we are getting the output 10 and in 11. So while giving the difference between pre and post, this example will be used. You will write these examples in giving the difference between post increment and pre increment. Okay. Now let us see some more problems based on pre or post increment. Okay now. Okay. So now we are going to discuss one more problem. Suppose we have two variables I and j. I equal to 10. Now this time instead of SOPLN we are going to use a second variable j with increment. How? J equal to suppose I plus plus. Now print system dot out dot println I equal to plus I and SOPLN j equal to plus j. Let us execute this syntax. The rest of the syntaxes are very simple, that will execute from left to right, but let us discuss the syntax. First of all, this expression will be executed. After executing this expression the value will be stored in j. Okay, getting my point? So how this will be executed? Obviously it has plus plus sign, so execution will be from right to left. Now first plus plus, no execution, the value of I, that is 10. Now the execution will be from left to right. In left to right first 10 and the increment will be to 11. Now again here comes a question. We are getting two values, one is 10 and the second is 11. Which value will be stored in j? So in the previous program I told you that the value that is coming from right to left is the term value, and that value will be used in the calculation or for any other purpose of the current syntax, current expression. So here is the term value 10. So this value will be stored in j. It means the value of j is 10 and the final value of I is 11. So what will you get the output? You will get the output I equal to the final value of I is 11 and the value of j is 10. Getting my point? So in this way we can do the calculations. Now let us see one more problem. Here is int I comma j. Suppose I equal to 10, j equal to plus plus I. Print the two values, system dot out dot println I equal to plus I and system dot out dot println j equal to plus j. Let us see the execution. First of all, right to left, I equal to 10, after increment it will be 11, no execution from left to right. So now the term value is 11 which will be stored in j and the final value of I is also 11. The final value of I is 11 and the value of j is also 11 because the term value 11 has been used in j. So you will get the output I equal to 11 and j equal to 11. Getting my point? Okay. Now we will discuss the calculations, having more than one expression in the calculation. Getting my point? Okay. So student, in the next video we will discuss some more problems based on increment and decrement operator, as this is very important. So I would like to make your concept more and more clear, but we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.